right, before we hand the reins to the radio station over to Rozak, we need to go back and touch on some of the things we learned today here on the Woody and Wilcox Show.
Yeah, what did we learn today?
We learned that between 1 and 1:30 today, you're listening for the Smashing Pumpkins song called 1979 to try and secure yourself a cash-filled pumpkin. We also learned that you're going to get some bonus cash today, and Rozak will fill you in on that, on how you can win $1,000. Boom, like that. Like that.
Like that?
We learned that there's actually a person whose title is president of the National Hot Dog and Sausage Board, and she rang in on the Tiger Woods hot dog throwing incident yesterday.
Calling it reprehensible.
We learned that if you're in one of those corn mazes, you know, this time of year when you head out with the kids and walk around through a maze of corn and you get stuck, try not to call 911.
911 assigns you put it with the address of your emergency.
Hi, I just called. I'm still stuck at Cornish Farms.
Okay.
I don't see anybody. I'm really scared. It's really dark, and we got a 3-week-old baby with
Just
us.
relax, calm down. Your husband's with you, right?
Yes, but my
Okay,
baby.
I understand, and the police officer is on the way.
That's right. They sent the police out to help her inside the corn maze.
It's a wicked pizza. The Sox game's on.
We learned that if an 81-year-old man knocks on your door, ladies, and tells you he's a doctor and wants to examine your breasts, he's probably not a doctor. Whether you let him in and examine your breasts or not, that's up to you. Just understand he probably doesn't have a medical license. We learned that Michael Jackson has an extra rib.
Oh, and he's still dead.
Still dead as well, thank you. We learned that if you're on a flight that has a lot of turbulence and you get bounced around a little bit, you go ahead and sue that airline. How dare they allow turbulence onto the flight? Post-traumatic stress disorder is what the woman is suing Continental Airlines for.
Wow.
And mental anguish. We learned that if you're a small child in Europe, no longer, if you're under the age of 8, will you be allowed to blow up a balloon without parental consent. That's right. The government in Europe, in the European Union, has said that kids under 8 have to have a parent with them when they blow up a balloon. Because, you know, come on, it's a choking hazard. Let's face facts. Oh, and those noisemakers where the little roll goes... You have to be over 14 to use one of those.
14.
Not making it up. That's true. We learned that Mel got her hair did yesterday. And Rozak noticed it in 1 minute. Woody and I didn't notice it in 4 hours.
Jackasses.
We learned that this week's NFL ranking is out, and your Carolina Panthers are 22nd out of 32 teams in the NFL. Woo! Speaking of that, you can get your picks in for this week's Hickory Tavern NFL Pick'em. Somebody is getting in the extra yard, the Miller Lite extra yard, for the Panthers-Redskins game coming up next weekend. Oh, and we played a round of Charlotte Checker or Porn Star. We learned that Zach Boychuk is a Charlotte Checker, and we learned that Randy West is a porn star. Starred, of course, in that children's classic, Anus the Menace. Remember, he lived next door to Mr. Wilson. It was a TV show and then a movie. Anything else you missed, you can catch it on the links and guest page and on the blog page at 1065.com, including a video capture of this entire What Did We Learn? Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. Well done. Rozak on the radio next. He'll have all the info you need on scoring $1,000 within the next hour.
Start your day with Woody and Wilcox and music every morning.